It's the end of January. That can only mean one thing. World Cup qualifiers are back. I cannot wait for it. First confederation we're going to talk about today. It is Conmebol, my favorite qualifiers to cover. The continent that just produces any sort of result, any sort of team qualifying. Anything can happen on any given day in Conmebol matches. We already know two teams that have qualified from the region. Brazil and Argentina have qualified. And we know pretty much Venezuela are out of it. They're 10 points behind Colombia with 4 matches to go. So Venezuela, unfortunately, are out. But 4 through 9 in the standing are separated by 4 points. And Ecuador can possibly qualify to the World Cup after this international break. So a lot to go through. We're going to preview and predict some of the matches. Give me your thoughts in the comment section down below. Let's just get to previewing Conmebol. So, as you can see here, here's the standings for Conmebol World Cup qualifiers heading into January matches. We know, as I said before, Brazil and Argentina have qualified. Ecuador, they are 6 points ahead of Colombia. So Ecuador are in a very good position and they can possibly qualify to the World Cup during this international break. So Alejandro, if you're watching, obviously one of my subscribers, good luck to you and good luck to every Ecuadorian out there. Hopefully you guys make a return to the World Cup after missing out in 2018 and qualifying to 2014. Now, this is where it gets intense, and this is why I love Conmebol qualifiers. Colombia, Peru on the same points, 17. Chile, Uruguay on 16 points. Bolivia, yes, Bolivia are on 15 points, and Paraguay are on 13 points. So you can't write off Paraguay, even though they've been faltering a little bit. They're still in contention, and if they converted some of those draws, because they have 7 draws, into wins, Paraguay would be in contention as well. Now, let's look at some of the games, because there are some big games coming up, guys. We're going to preview them, and we're going to predict some of these games coming up, at least with match day. What match day are we on now? I think we're on match day 15. So, match day 15. First game we have, I've tried to look as many squads as possible and see what players are available. So if I'm missing something out or I'm missing some players or, anything like that, please let me know in the comment section down below, as that would really help me out. First game we're going to talk about, it is Ecuador taking on Brazil, okay? Now, Brazil, they still have fielded a strong side. They want to keep the continuity and they want to keep the good momentum going heading into Ecuador. Ecuador, I think this is a game where, okay, if you get a point, that is good. You're at home. We know Ecuador is always a difficult place to go to and play. I think this game will end in a draw. I think Ecuador are going to really try and play for a draw here, get a good result, and then in the next match they win it and then try and qualify then for the match day 17 where they could secure their spot to the World Cup. If they lose this game, it could get interesting, but I still think they're fine because they have a plus 10 goal difference. So I think it will end 1-1 between Ecuador and Brazil. The next game we're going to talk about, and it's a big one as well for both of these teams. Paraguay, who have not looked convincing in a while, taking on Uruguay. And if you guys haven't seen my video, I talked about it many months ago after the November break. Oscar Tabares, the longest-serving international manager, was finally sacked after just a poor run against for Uruguay, where they just could not pick any sort of goals. They couldn't pick up any wins. And in comes in former Inter Miami manager Diego Alonso. So I have never seen Diego Alonso as a manager, what his tactics are. All I have to say is about Uruguay, such a talented side. It would be a shame that they wouldn't qualify. They're heading away to Paraguay. They need to win this game. They have easy games coming up, Uruguay. They need to win this game. I think they will. I think they'll start getting their campaign going, and they're going to pick up a win here, 2-1 for Uruguay. And the next matchup, this is a big game too. Oh my God. It is Chile taking on Argentina. Oh my God. I cannot wait for this either. If you guys don't know, my favorite team in Conmebol is Argentina. I love the passion they show, but I'm not from Argentina or anything like that. Chile. This is a big game for Chile. After losing to, I think it was Ecuador in the last game, in the last qualifiers, which really hurt them. Obviously, we know Vidal took the red card, which really hurt the matchup. There's no Vidal for these two games during the break. Argentina, they've already qualified. I still think Lionel Scaloni is going to want to get his side playing good football. Chile, they have to win it. They're at home. This is a rivalry. I'm difficult to call a winner here. I'm difficult to call a winner. We know Argentina are just defensively solid. Chile with Ben Brereton Diaz, as we all know, one of my, it's a very fantastic story. I'm going to lean on the fence here. I can't pick a winner. 1-1 between Chile and Argentina. You guys might be calling me crazy. I just think it's going to be a draw. I just cannot pick a winner. Next game. This is a big one. This is a big one because if either team loses, I think they're out. I think they don't have any more shot of qualifying to the World Cup. But stranger things have happened in Conmebol World Cup qualifiers. It's Colombia taking on Peru. Colombia. I mean, they haven't scored in 5 straight games. They haven't scored a goal in 5 straight games in Conmebol World Cup qualifiers. Just please score a goal. Just please. Look at the talented players you have. If I'm not mistaken, I saw James Rodriguez got called up too. So hopefully he can perform. But Colombia, at the moment, they just cannot score a goal. That is just so frustrating to me how this talented side cannot produce any goals. They can change it though. They're playing Peru at home. But we know Peru, they got to win this game as well or get a draw. I think a draw would be good as well for Peru. I'm tempted on saying a 0-0 because that's what Colombia has been doing all this time. But this could change during this break where Colombia finally start picking up form and start picking up the goals. I'm going to lean towards a 2-1 Colombia. Peru, they don't really do well in Colombia. I think they've won like 2 out of the last 7 or 8 World Cup qualifiers in Colombia. I'm going to go with Colombia picking up a 2-1 victory. And now this is not a big game for one of these sides and a massive game, I think, for one of these sides. Venezuela against Bolivia. Venezuela, they're out, but we know they have a new manager in Pecamar, who is the former Colombia manager. So I think it's a long-term project for Venezuela, and I hope they can qualify to the next World Cup in 2026 and make their debut at a World Cup. That would be awesome to see Venezuela because they have some talented players. For Bolivia, this is it. They can finally win an away game. Honestly, I don't remember the last time they won an away game. I was talking to Football Pharaoh, another YouTuber, and he said Bolivia have not won a World Cup qualifier away game since 1993. This would be the perfect time to do it. Because then if Bolivia win this, they have 2 home games. If they win those 2 home games, and I think if they win this, I think Bolivia will qualify for the World Cup. I don't think it's going to be 4th position, but they could get the 5th position and go into the Intercontinental Playoffs. This is the biggest game for Bolivia in these qualifiers, by far. Can they pick up a victory? They're just a side. I cannot trust them away from La Paz. I just cannot. I don't know what it is. Obviously, it's the altitude and everything, but they got to put all their eggs into this basket and win this game. I think Venezuela are going to win this game, though. 2-1 Venezuela. I just cannot trust Bolivia. Until they can show me that we can win an away game, I don't think they can do it. We move on to Matchday 16. I'll give you quickly my match predictions. I'll be having live streams during the World Cup qualifiers, so join me for those where I'll reviewing the matches in Conmebol and then maybe predicting these. So these are just my quick predictions, giving a little bit of a quick insight about it. Bolivia, Chile. Obviously, we know Bolivia are at home. Chile, they kind of do okay in Bolivia. So I think this game will end 1-1 or a 2-1 victory for Bolivia. They've just been such a strong home side so far in these World Cup qualifiers. Bolivia, Uruguay, Venezuela, it better be an Uruguay win, and they better win 3-0. That's all I'm going to say. They better win this game, because if they don't, and if they don't beat Paraguay, Uruguay are in danger of missing the World Cup for the first time since 2006. Argentina versus Colombia. This is a big game for Colombia. Argentina, they're a very good home side. We all know that. Colombia, if they lose to Peru, this is going to turn into a must-win, and you're going into Argentina. Wait, let me see which stadium. Estadio Mario Alberto Kempes in Cordoba. It's going to be tough. Colombia, depending on how Colombia perform against Peru, I will give my match prediction for this. But for now, I'm going to say 2-1 Argentina as well. Brazil, Paraguay, nothing to play for. I think Paraguay are going to be out of World Cup qualifiers after this game. 3-0 Brazil. Then we have Peru versus Ecuador. Now, judging on how Peru will play against Colombia and what the result is from there, I will give you my thoughts on this game. Early prediction, though, I think Ecuador, they got 2 tough games. They got Brazil and they got Peru away. It's tough games. It is tough games, but Peru have been improving. They've had a slow start, and now they're picking up form. I'm gonna lean towards Peru. I think Peru will win this game, but this is all just a quick analysis and just giving you my thoughts, because I need to see how the teams will play in Matchday 15, and then we know about COVID issues and all that sort of stuff. So these are just my initial thoughts of Matchday. Wait, what Matchday was it again, guys? Give me a second. It was Matchday 16 and 15 of Conmebol qualifiers. There you go. You have my World Cup qualifiers, Conmebol edition for January break, my preview and predictions of each matchup. This is a make or break month, I think, for Conmebol qualifiers, because the last 2 days, anything can happen. We could see Ecuador qualifying, obviously Peru, Chile, and Bolivia, Colombia, Uruguay. All these teams are still in there. Obviously Argentina and Brazil, we'll talk about them, but they're qualified. It's pretty much done. Venezuela, they're pretty much out of it. It's just all about 3 through 9 in the standings. Who will take advantage? Who will win the games? Home wins are going to be absolutely vital because we know it's how difficult some of the stadiums and some of the atmospheres are in South America. But you guys give me your thoughts in the comment section down below. If you are new around here, subscribe to the channel, like the video, and like I talked about in the video, I'll be having live streams discussing about the games, giving you my match thoughts, and then giving you my match predictions, maybe for Matchday 16. So hopefully you guys join me for the live streams. Have a beautiful day. Hopefully Conmebol produces crazy matches like they always do and creates crazy moments like it always does. Have a beautiful day, guys. Stay safe in this crazy world, and adios.